She thought she was just rescuing a lost puppy curled up by the road. But 3 months later, the vet pulled her aside and whispered, "This animal, it's not a dog, and if you want to keep it, you'd better not let anyone know." From that moment, everything changed. Because what she believed was her best friend turned out to belong to a completely different world. It all started one October afternoon in a quiet town in Colorado. Emily Carter, a 16-year-old high school student, was walking home when she heard a faint whimper coming from a bush near the parking lot. The sound was weak, barely noticeable, like a small animal struggling to survive. She gently moved the branches and found a tiny gray puppy, no bigger than her hand, curled into itself, shivering. Its fur was silver gray, ears flopped forward, and its eyes wide, glassy, and unsure. There was no collar, no mother nearby, no sign that it belonged to anyone. Emily wrapped it inside her jacket and brought it home. She named it Shadow because its fur looked like fog in the late afternoon light. At first, Shadow acted like a typical puppy, but as days passed, Emily noticed something felt different. Shadow never barked, never played during the day, and most strange of all, it seemed to hate sunlight. Every time Emily opened the window, Shadow would retreat into the dark corners. Whenever sunlight hit its fur, it would make a soft hissing sound and hide. Yet Shadow was fiercely attached to her. It would only eat when she sat beside it. It only slept if she was close. And on the nights Emily felt sad or sick, Shadow would quietly climb onto her chest and just stare deeply, silently, almost like it understood. She didn't care what it was. To Emily, Shadow was family. After 3 months, Emily took Shadow to a local veterinary clinic for a routine checkup. The clinic was run by an older vet, Dr. Harris, who'd seen all kinds of animals in his 40 years of practice. But the moment he picked up Shadow, his face changed. He examined its teeth, ears, pupils, and went completely silent. Then he took a few photos, stepped into the back room, and made a phone call. After about 20 minutes, a woman arrived, an officer from the State Wildlife Conservation Department. She looked at Shadow carefully, then turned to Dr. Harris and nodded. She asked Emily to step outside, and in a calm but serious tone she said, "What you've been raising is not a dog. It's a wild North American gray wolf, pure breed, extremely rare." Emily froze. How could Shadow be a wolf? It had never growled, never bitten. It had only shown her loyalty, calm, and love. The officer explained, "Sometimes a wild creature doesn't grow up like the others. Some are born different. Some are meant to bond." According to the law, Emily wasn't allowed to keep a wolf as a pet. But seeing the bond between them, the officer offered something unexpected, a chance for Emily to join a special program to become a licensed wildlife companion trainer. She agreed,